Hey, I have to be more hype than this. No, I'm so sleepy. Uh, wow. Hey, Grim Hireling. But oh, Trinket's also live. Fuck that guy. That's me absorbing all of his viewers. Seeker of Slanesh. Each opponent must swing with at least one creature available. That's funny. According to the graveyard, the same turn was blocked to gain for it. Yeah, that was Death Touch or a Johnny's Mantra. These both suck. Both very bad cards. Do we give it to the Gorgon or the life gain card? This is a tough call because I Death Touch matters, Gorgon matters, or I'm gonna give it to the life gain players. I think they're more dumb. That's Gorgon's head. Uh, these both suck. Let's give it to the Kami. I think Soul Shift's more important than this. Oh no, this is just a morph creature, so it's gonna see playing Kadena. I'm having a totally normal day so far. Okay, so I know people are gonna think, oh, a dwarf, he's playing Magda. Here's the joke. This is a 3-mana dwarf and not a 1-mana dwarf, so it sucks. Sacrifice a non-ooze creature, put an XX ooze into play where X is the sacrifice creature's power. Huh? This card sucks. Sack an ooze, make an ooze that's the same. Why would you do this? It's 2 mana to get the same board state. And then you get the death trigger, I guess? That seems so scuffed. I'm gonna give it to guard duty. Are you shitting me? That card's ass. Can't sack it. I know what you. I know. Blah blah blah. That's not what I meant. I misspoke. Wow. Like, I get it. 4 mana gain life sucks. But Gruul Tutu is more played than that card. That's crazy. That's the thickest hot dog I've ever seen. It's gotta be the hot dog, right? Yeah. Chicken wing. Cornish pasty with a pint. Or Zapikanka. The Pepsi. The Cornish pasty. Hog Wild. That looks real good. Yummy. Meat and potato pie or cheese and cheese? It's still a little pricey, but like I would rather have that than the other one. Chicken burger. Chicken and chips or buffalo wings? Dude, that's dino nuggets. Bro, they're the same price. Yeah, you get a cider, but I'd rather have the buffalo wings. Pulled pork cheeseburger or salt and pepper chicken? Personally, I would want the salt and pepper chicken, but more people are going to vote for the pulled pork cheeseburger. Pulled pork cheese hot dog or taco hot dog? Dude, pulled pork cheese hot dog. This is the easiest scramble ever. Fish and chips or chicken curry and chips? Let's do the fish and chips, right? This one comes with a pint. That was a dangerous guess, but I'm a perfect scranner, so choose one. W-H-E. Whenever a fry. Oh, this is landfall. This is retreat to Coral Helm. Oh. Okay. This is K-I-C-K-E. Guys, so it's not kicker. Retreat to Coral Helm, such a good combo card. Um, it's a creature. Is this Offspring? No, it's an activated ability again. Fuck. C-Y-C-L-I-N-G. C-Y-C. It's C-Y-C-L-I-N-G. It's not cycling. This is all before this cost. S-A-C-F-R-I. Not like a merge. Is it Unearth? Not Unearth. What are we looking at? This is a card. Blank, and we have to guess what it is. So this isn't discard. R-E-A-L. Reveal. And reveal an enchantment. Is this bestow? B-E-S-T-O. No, it's not bestow. It wouldn't be bestow. There's no colon in bestow. Return an enchantment. Oh, this isn't aura swap. Because it's not a, it's a creature. Yeah, and it can't be bestow because only one card type. Yep, yeah. Strange. Let's try to decipher this text. W-H. So whenever but as far as I can get here. You may DISAFRI. No, so it's not sacrifice. It wouldn't be whenever this creature. That's not like it would say when this creature enters. Whenever this creature ENTER. No, like whenever this creature. No. It wouldn't be foretell, would it be? FORETELL EXILE. No, right? It could be a ninjutsu. NINJUTS. Return an unblocked attacking a. But it would be to its owner's hand, which and there's no owners. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. Oh, but it's like return an unblocked ATT. Oh, it'd just be to your hand, right? Oh, no, it wouldn't say that. NINJA. So I guess it is ninjutsu. Bummer. So it's like not misplayed. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may RETUR discard a creature card. If you do, destroy target. Okay, this is the stupid fucking silencer. I do not know what this word is. It's silencer. It's like something weird. Dokuchi. There we go. You controlled a hand, I see. I thought it would say to its owner's hand or something like that. Is there a new crossword? I don't think so. Yep. All right. Well, we have Dexter to review, guys. I'm going to pop open the coffee. Oh, sorry. I just saw Maxathon. Thank you for subbing with Prime. There we go. Do we have Frank here? It appears to be no. Mantheon. More Azula. Ugh. I hate looking at Azula. I mean, I'm going to make your deck great, but... Read the description of the stream, Blake. Okay, we have no Mantheon yet. Orly. Oy. Hello, Inner Universe. Do we have Orly here? Orly's here. Okay, great. Sometimes I'll ask, is someone here? And then someone will, completely unrelated will have just joined the stream and go, hi, Elk. And then I'll go like, oh, are you them? And they're always like, no. And the one time I'm like, okay, I'm going to assume this isn't Orly and just say hi. It was you. Okay. My game plan is to use both Ishin's and Delny's doubling effects to create a bunch of tokens to both burn my opponents with Commissar Severina Rain and Arabella to beat them to death. Okay. No real restrictions outside of wanting to keep power 2 or less is the main theme. I'd also prefer stay around bracket 3 possible. Well, I'm not going to pretend I'm reinventing the wheel here. I wanted a cool token deck that combines the feeling of Death by 1,000 Guts with mass burn / token drain. Okay. So. I would like to see a Johnny in this deck. I hope Scryfall's nice today, not evil. So my first recommendation is going to be a Johnny Nakatl Pariah. This card's fucked up and evil. If you go wide at all, you just win the game. Pretty good. And then it combos with the Goblin Bombardment. This does feel like a little much. Especially since Jackrabbit exists and it's not in the deck. Any slots for today left? There's no slots for today. Every slot is for next week. That's how it works. If you get a deck review, it's for next week's stream. That's just it, period. All the info you'll need is in the description below. Yeah, flip a Johnny. I said, let's add a Johnny to this deck, and I put flip a Johnny in. Like, yeah, this is a Johnny. This one. The one I put in. Okay, I'm really suspicious of Sun Titan here. Let's add that Jacked Rabbit. I do have some tags in Moxfield if it helps. It doesn't. But thank you. I'm going to take out the Fire Crystal. I think 4 mana give everything haste is like okay. The red spell discount is sad. Not a big fan of Grim Tutor when something like Diabolic Intent is right there, you know? It's just so much, it's so much cheaper. Sacking a creature is worth 1 mana. Not a big fan of the Pip-Boy here. What about Mishra? Claimed by Gix. Whenever you attack, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Oh, that's an ability of a creature you control that was triggered by attacking. 100% you want Flare of Fortitude. Too. Just being able to go, I trade my 1 creature for my whole board. Pretty dope. We like melee. Melee's okay. It's not the best. Arid Mesa fetch. Elegant Parlor. Oh, you appear to have made a deck building mistake because I don't see an elegant parlor in your deck. Oh, in fact, I don't see that many lands in your deck. We should probably fix that. I get that your curve is like kind of low. Like you could probably skimp on 2 lands, but you can't skip on 6. You can't skip on 6. So we're gonna get rid of Fracture and Deadly Dispute. And we're going to add Kabira Takedown, which is just 2 mana murder in your deck. Is you're gonna have more creatures than any toughness on the board. Not a big fan of Ruinous Ultimatum. We're Torment. Why are you doing Tormenting Voice? Wait. Can I get a thought process? What's going on here? Why are we running 2 mana like Rummage spell? Not only that, running the worst one possible. I need to know. I just didn't think too hard on the card draw, but wanted something there. Also greatly appreciate the help. Well, thank you for submitting your deck. But like, yeah, like even a Night's Whisper is better than this. Like Night's Whisper is better. I'm going to argue that Anointed Procession is incorrect here. Like, Mondrak is fine. That's a creature. I don't think I like 4 mana permanent that isn't a creature that furthers the aggression. Like, I think I'd rather you just run another token generator. Or anyway, that filled up enough slots for lands. We could probably cut a Ram spell. I think I'm probably going to do... Well, no, Sword has cute synergy. Let's do... So you are... mostly white-red with a black splash. So I'm going to go with Cut Indulgence. Yeah, I think I like white more than red here, just because you have a lot of 1 red pips and not a lot of 2 red pips. Like, the only 2 red pips you have is Aurelia, Hellrider. Yeah, those are the only 2 red pips you have versus a bunch of double white pip cards. Especially earlier ones. Anyway, Voice of Victory too good. What do you mean too good? If you mean like it's too strong for bracket 3, then I think you're insane. You're a crazy person. Oh, okay. You just mean like put it in. It's already in. All right. Anyway, we're adding Sand Scout. It's a creature that ramps you. Hooray. It makes tokens accidentally sometimes. Sometimes you'll activate Chef at Dunes and be very happy, right? Like, Ramen Up Ruins. And then we can probably fit, so let's take out the fucking Reliquary Tower, and we'll put Scavenger Grounds in as your final desert. So now you have Grave Hate in your Sand Scout. Thank God you have Zergo in here. All right, let's play test. Draw. Blood Crypt. Next turn. Command Tower. Talisman. Okay, this is part of what I don't like about these talismans in your deck is like, okay, we've ramped. I guess we cast Caesar this turn. When it's like we had 3 3-drops we could have done instead. I think you just want to curve out instead of ramp. Like if ramp's tied to a creature, great. But I think you're a curve out deck. You're not a ramp deck. I'll let you keep Sword of the Animus because it's funny. Not a fan of Archway in this deck. I think it's pretty damn pip heavy. I think you're wrong. And I'm going to explain why really quick. Like, okay, we're going to say that this is a land, this is Sand Scout, right? Like Blood Crypt. This is why I really like Arid Archway and why I think it is non-negotiable you run it in your Sand Scout deck. Okay, Blood Crypt. Next turn. Plains. Next turn. Sand Scout. Or we can just go Elegant Parlor here. Surveil 1, Graveyard. It's like we still have all these stupid plays that are just 2 in a red. Like, it's so easy to just fit these in our curve. You missed a land drop. No, I did not. Ah! Oh, no, I did miss a land drop. You're right. I am stupid. Teehee. You replayed the plains last turn. But anyway, the main illustration. It's turn 3. You play Sand Scout. You go Arid Archway, bounce the land, replay the land as land for turn. And then turn 4, you still go... Like, you can still, like, deploy Ishin. Yeah, Arid Archway is not just... We're not just running it because it's good. Like, we would rather run a Basilica... Or, the Boros Garrison. We're running it for Sand Scout. I would keep this. I know it doesn't have all of our colors, but... Okay, oh, this is Godless Shrine. I'm stupid. Dink, dink. Franco. Next turn. Swamp. 1. Red. White. Dink. Franco swing. Dink, dink. Just a wee bit of tempo. General Crete. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, he's not 2 mana? I thought he was 2 mana. I'm a silly goose. We would have played Arabella on turn 2. Bitterthorn Animus instead of Sword perhaps makes a creature. Yeah, but you played this on 2, Ishin on 3. Turn 4, equip Ishin 2-drop. Like, that curve's better than 3-drop instead of Ishin. Sorry, I am out of it today, chat. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't like Rising of the Day here. I really don't think you need haste. Definitely don't need Brave the Sands. That doesn't kill your opponents. Raven Charm. Winds of Abandon. No Firebender's Ascension. Firebender's Ascension sucks. It takes so long to get online. It's 2 mana. But, like, I'd rather have Windcrag Siege and Ishin, which are always online. No Skull Clamp? Yeah, Skull Clamp should probably be in. Probably over Painful Truths. Skull Clamp broken. Enduring Courage to the mass tokens. Like, it's fine. It's just, like, a lot of the things we do is on attack. Free deck review. We'll do you next, Mahal. A lot of the things we do are already on attack. So we go, okay, I attack. Enduring Courage sees all the new tokens enters, gives them +2/+0 haste. We've already attacked. We can't... The Jacked Rabbit tokens do not get to do their extra damage. Like, that's the issue. That's the rub. Draw. Album bombardment. Hanweir. Swing Hanweir. Red humans. That's a white human. That's fine. Stack whichever ones get blocked. Oh, he could have Lannerade here as well. Might as well. One, two, three. Ishin. Step like this. Ishin. Hooray. Lannerade probably gets blocked, but we sack her to Goblin Bombardment. Hooray. Alright, so. 1, 2. A Johnny. Sacrifice the cat. Flip a Johnny. +0 a Johnny. Deal 5 billion damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to any target. Pass. We control our commander. Indestructible. Blow up your thing. Like, Johnny's broken. Next turn. Oh, great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone's dead. That was 8 damage. +0. Another 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Stack your whole board if you want to. Do extra damage. I mean, it's Ishin, right? Like, it's gonna work. It's Ishin Mardu token aggro. Like, it just works. I think the Meek attack's really funny. I'm having trouble thinking about anything else I want to add to this deck. Probably Gut, True Soul Zealot. This card's fucked up and evil. Do you have any favorite spells in your Grixis slop deck? I'm building Azula and struggling to find the path I want, but big funny spells sounds more interesting. So I hate Azula for big funny spells. I think that's like not the path. Okay, I just think Azula's bad. I really do truly believe that Azula's not good. And yeah, anyway, hang on. Let me find a cut and I'll talk more about this. Because I do want to get Gut in this deck because you swing with Gut and then you make 2 4/1s and upgrade 2 of your tokens and you make them whatever. Yeah, that's my main issue with Azula is Azula comes down and then I'm going to cut Bone Cairn Butcher. I think this is good to go. Like, honestly, like, the deck is good. You just need more lands. Okay. Here's the rub. I hate Azula because here's what needs to go right for her. Either A, you are doing Ruby Storm, in which case you're win. Why are we cutting something if we're missing 3? Are we missing 3? Oh my god, we're missing 3 ads? What happened? I'm a fool. Okay, so we got in. We can also put in... Like I said, chat, I'm like so out of it today. I do not know what's wrong with me. Groove the talisman, but never added stuff. Let's get Mother of Runes in. These low to the ground aggressive decks always love Mother of Runes, Giver of Runes. Like, these 2 cards are basically non-negotiable. And then you can run Starfield Shepherd. Not only is it like a pseudo 40th land, but also... Did you build a big spells Azula deck, Manthun? Because if so, I will use all of my choice. Azula is just modern Kalia? No, she's worse. She's worse than Kalia. Like, most builds of her are worse than Kalia. Anyway, this is now officially good to go. I added the Starfield chip. Okay. Listen, free deck review, Mahal, beautiful. We're gonna do Mantheon next. Really quickly, I just want to peep the list to see if it's big spells because it's more on topic right now. Okay, but see, you're building her right. This is the correct way to go. What widget do you use to... I forgot what it's called. I'm so sorry, Kashmira. I think I just looked up like song widget thingy. And then the one I originally used stopped working. So now I'm using this one. A lot better. Hang on. News from the group chat. News from the group chat. We have new Rutha that was spoiled. Is this Cormella playable? Potentially Cormella playable or washed. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, create an XX blue and red elemental creature token with flying and haste, where X is the greatest mana value among instant or sorcery spells you've cast this turn. That is really interesting. Yeah, I saw Lorehold that makes everything miracles, but I am not a big fan of that card. Anyway, Rutha. This is definitely not Cormella playable, I don't think. Actually, maybe. Because here's the thing. I don't like playing Cormella on 4 mana. So having a 4 mana play in Cormella that then goes into turn 5 Cormella 3-drop instant or sorcery into 6 instead 8 mana that turn, that's really good. And then you go 8-drop, and then Rutha makes an 8/8, and then you swing it. I'm willing to try it. This is like another Vial Smasher. It's kind of like Vial Smasher if you think about it. It's Vial Smasher, but it always has the biggest spell in it. And you can't do it instant speed. I'm into it. I'm into the Rutha. I'm going to try it out in Cormella, I think. I think that's the plan. Rutha is very cool with Delves. Yeah, the same thing with Vial Smasher, right? It's like, think about Vial Smasher. This is Vial Smasher 2 in your Grixis deck. I think that's a good way to think about it. Anyway. Mantheon, you've built Azula exactly how she should be built every single time. Which is Ruby Storm. What set symbol is that? That's the upcoming not Lorwyn, upcoming Strixhaven set after Teenage Mutant. It's Strixhaven Commander. Okay, anyway, we're going to talk about the free deck review, and then we're going to go into you, Mantheon. All right, so 36 lands. It is an artifact deck, so you are allowed to skimp on lands a little bit because you get mana in a bunch of different other ways. Sorting by mana value. Altar Golem. Why are you at here? What's happening? Am I going insane? Oh, you have it set to 0 mana. I see. Anyway, let's read the blurb here. Been brewing this for a while. Didn't want to go the mill half my deck, get one card that basically kills everyone in a single go. Want to check that there's no optimization I'm missing before I start building. I feel like I can make it more consistent. All right, well, I'm going to just playtest this first because it's a weird combo deck. Null Brooch is a little weird, but we'll try it out. Okay, so we are mega flooded. Nice. Dude, I will happily discard this whole hand if you let me. I am not a fan of that. Um, this big idiot. Okay. So Apocalypse Demon power comes back. Where did enrichment deer go? I never have enrichment deer on my streams. It's only for videos. Okay, so we have a bunch of typesetting effects. I want more discard. I don't know if you've watched. Hang on. I don't know if you've watched my video on graveyard decks. But like, okay, we have some like looters down here. But I don't think you nearly have enough discard as you want. Like, Newell Brooch is a little weird. Rome's Grim Search is not what we want. It's fine. There's 10 loot effects, 9 of which are repeatable. Yeah, that's not enough. Like, I think Wound Reflection is too slow. I like the Bloodletter because it's cheaper. Cameo Meets the Story Circle is probably your best card. I think Tez might be a little too slow, but it's Tez. Like, it's fun. I don't know if I like Null. Kind of cute. I don't know if I like your Sholta. I know it gives you another end step, but it's 6 mana. Spell, it's a arrow. As much as I do like to spell. There's also a couple cards I want to add to here. Like, I don't know if Strionics really going to be your angle. Like, Strionics definitely fine, but I like Peter Parker's Camera more, especially if you're rocking an Urza's Saga, which should be. Like, you should be on, like, the actual good Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Can I get an idea of budget? Because I don't want to just start adding, like, all these insane cards to your deck, but, like, Tezzeret Cruel Captain is fucking good. Yeah, like, Urza's Saga should be in, if you can afford. Would you like on budget? Okay, yeah, so Urza's Saga needs to go in. I see a lot of duplicatable abilities. Yeah, I know, but Strionics is the fucking slowest way to do it. Peter Parker's Camera gets got by Tezzeret if you want to start duplicating stuff, or it gets got by Urza's Saga if you want to start duplicating stuff. Like, let's just get one thing that duplicates stuff and use that with a couple of tutor targets that can go grab it, instead of the more clunky, less of, like, double the mana value is what Strionic Resonator is. 1 extra mana on a 1 mana card is insane. It's so much worse. So much worse. I don't know if I like James. Just like investigating X times isn't that efficient. Especially when compared to something like Bloodletter feels slow. I disagree with you here. Because I think turn 6 going like Bloodletter, hold up like Swan Song, Muddle the Mixture, negate. Going Bloodletter. Right, you don't need to cast this on turn 4. But then Golbez picks up a giant Broodstar, doubles the life loss to your opponents. Like, I think that's good. I think Bloodletter is the perfect amount of insane, like, explosive doubling to aspire to. Where he's getting a little too slow with Wound Reflection. Bloodletter feels fine. Is there any way to reset the counters on camera in here? The answer is we're only going to activate camera 2 to 3 times a game. It has 3 counters on it. Ta-da! We're fine. It has enough counters. By the time you've activated it a second time, you've doubled Golbez's damage twice. You're fine. All right, we have 3 slots. Here's what we're going to add. Forensic Gadgeteer. Makes a clue whenever you cast an artifact. Chrome. Host. Seed Shark. Makes an artifact whenever you cast it on creature. Sorry, bumped my mic there. I'm sneezy. Anyway, Chrome Host Seed Shark in. And then we're going to add, Psy. Master Thopterus. Right. So now we have 3 things. I'm also going to give you a jeweled amulet. It's just a nice 0 mana artifact that can charge up, and it's like a Mox Opal in a way. Right, you play this on turn 1, tap it. You now have this thing charged up. So then next turn you go Golbez. And then you can go 4 drop off this. I do just kind of like you having more 0 mana artifacts. Probably like Urza. Metalwork Colossus. Metalwork Colossus is fine. I'm not a big fan here in this instance. I do like Metalwork Colossus as a card. This is a 1-lander. We can't really keep it. This is a 0-lander, but I want to keep it. Let's keep it. Pass. Ooh, I would like to draw a land. Okay, we lose. Whatever. I would always keep that hand. Because the moment you get a mana, it's like dink, dink, dink. Okay, this is really keepable. Urza overperformed my goldfishes. Okay. Here's what I don't like about Urza. Is that Urza Power Stone Prodigy is simply, in my opinion, just worse than your size and your Chrome Host Seed Shark and your etc. Right? It only triggers once each turn. Whereas here, if you go like Chrome Mox Opal, Soul Ring into a Psy, you get 3 surveils. Like, Urza definitely seems fine, but what's a cut for it? Like, Wizard Replica? Kind of big. Like, feels expensive and clunky to use. All right, here we go. Draw. Blue, black. Golbez, scry 1. Top. Next turn. Island. 1, 2. Surveil 1. Graveyard. 1, 2. Mindstone. Graveyard. Two, 3. Psy. 1, 2, 3. Academy Manufacturer. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get a Thopter. Surveil 1. Top. Surveil 1. Top. Okay, beginning of our end step. We control 4 more artifacts. We return target creature card from our graveyard to our hand. We don't have a creature card in our graveyard. Here we go. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. Dauntless Scrapbot. We get a Thopter. We get a Lander. We get a Surveil. 3. 1. Graveyard. 2. Graveyard. 3. Graveyard. This is why discard's so important, by the way. Anyway, here's Likeness Looter. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artifacts. So we pick up a creature card. We don't have one. Anyway, next turn. Retrofitter. Thopter. Surveil 1. Surveil 1. Graveyard. Graveyard. Perfect. Darksteel's Juggernaut in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's a Darksteel Juggernaut. Swing. Alright. Number of artifacts we control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, we have 9. Shoot everyone for 9. Okay, and then this is what I like about okay, maybe it wasn't right to turn this into a Darksteel. So we're gonna just loot away Darksteel Juggernaut. 1, Peter Parker's camera. Black, 1. Bloodletter. For 1 mana short, which is a bummer. We can't activate the camera. But still, we're dealing like extra 4 damage if we play the camera. Think. Right, and then Bloodletter doubles that to like 1 billion. That's a turn 7 win. That feels pretty good. I think you have a perfectly reasonable number of lands. In fact, I might actually cut a couple of these. Just for like hydroelectric specimen. And Bogart Trawler. Right, just to have more creatures that you can like incidentally mill over and then get back for value. What proportion of your deck should be self-milling, something that's consistently recurring permanents in the graveyard? I didn't give a ratio. That's just something you kind of have to feel out because it's going to depend on your deck. That's the boring, annoying answer, but it's going to depend on your deck. Thinking is stupid. That's not a creature, so you can't get back with Golbez, and it's just like kind of expensive. Like, yeah, having a Stinking is stupid is kind of okay, but I think this deck's good to go. Anyway, we were talking about Azula. Oh, Inner Universe. Thank you for gifting 5 tier subs. If you got a tier 1 sub from Inner Universe, make sure to thank them. Anyway, this is how you're supposed to build Azula, in my opinion, which is just like full in instance Ruby Storm. If you build a Flash Azula deck, I think you're insane. If you build Flash Azula, I think you're not well mentally. You're just not doing well. So, anyway, Arena of Glory is your best card. I want you to be able to get it every game. That's fun. Feels like a really dead draw, though. Alright, I'm cutting Mazavith. Tolaria West. There we go. Tolaria West. You can transmute this on turn 3 and get your object, Arena of Glory. And then next turn, play Arena of Glory and then win. Yeah, Inner Universe. I hope you feel better soon. I feel perfectly fine. I'm just like tired. I'm going to cut the Cutting Coyote. I'm sorry. It's really funny, but it's not the best. Like, I think Greaves are even better. Okay, listen. I normally hate cards like Big Score and stuff. I also don't like Isochron Scepter in this list. Anyway, Big Score. Oh, Big Score's already in. Beautiful. Big Score and Unexpected Windfall. Perfect. These are really good in Red Storm decks with other colors because you can filter your mana. That's my favorite thing about them. Snap and Frantic Search are the same way. I don't know how I'm feeling about Bulk Up. +3/+1 gains trample. Okay, here's the rub. I'm going to give you Gutter Snipes. Okay. I have issues getting her out fast enough that if I don't have one of the smaller creatures in the early turns, then I just land pass for 4 or 5 turns. Mantheon, that's just Storm decks. You're not going to have fun playing Storm if you want a different experience than that. Like, that's just the sorry truth. Langloy, by the way, thank you for the prime. And starting a scam train. Storm decks are a lot of sitting around doing nothing, and then you take 1 30-minute turn. That's Storm. And if that's not something you're ready for, then I really heavily recommend against playing Storm. Anyway, you're not running my favorite combo ever, which is Gutter Snipe plus Virtue of Courage. Like, this is a perfect way to win the game. Sneltus, thank you for subscribing. Prime. Long shot's fine. But anyway, Virtue of Courage. Whenever a source deals non-combat damage, something like a Gutter Snipe, you may exile the top card of your library. Exile that many cards off the top of your library and then cast them, which is broken. Normally not a fan of Veyron. I'd rather you just have another cost reducer. So like Goblin and Electromancer, Stormscape's familiar, whatever it's called. Not Stormscape. ID equals black. Nightscape familiar. Red and blue spells cost 1 less. Look at how many of these are red and blue spells. It's basically all of them. And the one black spell you have that it doesn't reduce wouldn't have reduced anyway. Like, run Nightscape. O-Tag Ritual. Like, do you have Seething Song? Do you have everything? Yeah, Corsa Crucian Mage should probably go in as well. Cave Man. That's not Caveman. That's not how you spell that. Okay, you have all the rituals. Coruscation Mage. There we go. That can go in. And then do we have Lindblum? We don't have Lindblum. Let's do Lindblum. Lindblum's a perfectly good instant. It's also relatively cheap. Right, instant, make 2 guys. That's basically make a Gutter Snipe with Azula. Okay, and then it's also a land you can tutor. I would like to add Expedition Map. Savannah, thank you for the prime. Guys, take money from Jeff Bezos and give it to me. You can sub if you have a Prime account. I think Leap is probably out now. Return the Favor is amazing. Return the Favor is okay. All right, let's play test this. I'd mulligan. I'd mulligan. Okay, keep this. Let's drop Shadow Rift. Draw. Scalding Tarn. Fetch. Get Raucous. Not much. I just missed it. No surveil lands. Okay, this was misspelling Raucous. I would keep Jesk as well. Bloodstained Mire. Fetch. Thundering Falls. Okay, but I'll graveyard that. Electro. Azula. All right, Storms will make 3 or 5 red. Exile top 3. There's Reiterate. Could have comboed. Sad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Virtue of Courage. 1. 3 black mana. Mountain. Or Crucia Mage. We have 1 floating red. I think. No, we have 2 floating red. Because Storms will. Doing with Azula. Firebending 2. Remove. Or wait, let's just do X as 1. Till in turn, target blocked creature you control. I imagine they're blocking. Gains trample and +1/+0. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may exile. Look at that many cards on top. Exile up to 1 non-land card. You cast the exile. Okay, so you're going to do 1. It's going to push through like 3 damage. But more importantly, Crucia Mage and its offspring. Shoot each opponent for 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I forgot my 2. Did I forget my 2 firebending? I don't think I did. Anyway, we get a rebate. Laren, thanks for getting a deck review for next week. So, did we hit any rituals? Not really. We can go 1, 2, and then get a rebate. Flaring Pain. Damage can't be prevented this turn. That's going to do another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flash this back. Get a rebate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Second main phase. Lotus Petal. Or if you cast a non-creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chrome Mox. Exile Caddis from our hand. Red. 1 red floating. Desperate Ritual. Get a red back. And then 1, 2, 3. And then exile another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pyretic Ritual. Deflecting Swat it. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is Virtue of Courage. Win on turn 5. Seething Song. 1, 2. Get 1 mana back. That's why I'm only counting this as 2 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is where like unexpected windfall is so important. But we don't have a card to discard. I should have held. No, I couldn't have held Caddis, could I? I could have held Caddis by not casting the Chrome Mox, instead cracking the Lotus Petal. And then you go 1, 2, 3. Unexpected windfall. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards. And now you have access to blue and black mana off the treasure tokens. This is just mana positive. Storm counts a billion right now, by the way. Like, what turn is that? It's up here. Turn 5. So I do not like Mizzix's Mastery. At least I like it a lot less than Will of the Jeskai. Will of the Jeskai is probably my #1 pick now for in Commander for a Rite of, or a Past in Flames kind of effect. I'm going to cut all these combat tricks. I'm really just not a fan of this. Vivi's Persistence can come in. Or is it too expensive? Yeah, Vivi's Persistence can come in. Shadow Spear out. I'll add the Coyote back. It was funny. Wish Vivi's Persistent was so expensive as hell. Nope, sorry. You live in modern day reserve list kind of days, you know? You need to buy the limited edition Final Fantasy Scene box if you want to play this card, pal. Like, get real, dude. This is why I do not blame anyone who proxies. Is Artist Talent in there? I really don't like Artist Talent that much. I like Dragon Rage's Channeler. Like, Dragon's Rage Channeler just meaning you never draw dead during your Storm turn is pretty fucking insane. When did you start playing MTG? 2018, 2019. It was during Kaladesh, somewhere in that zone. I like Twinferno because it's a copy spell, but also it's a double striking spell if you really want to do that. I like the cards with modality. I don't like the combat tricks as much. I like Fist of Flame as well because it does serve that double role of like it draws you cards, but it also could make Azula into a beater. Did you start with Standard? Standard. Oh, let's get... Okay, Valakut Awakening's already in. What other instance can we be running here? Probably like Bubbling Muck. No, Bubbling Muck's the High Tide, right? Yeah, no. Rain of Filth. Lands have sack, add black mana. Like, that card's really good. Or Burnt Offering's better. As it'll cost to cast the spell, sack a creature. Add X at any combination of black and red, where X is that creature's mana value. You don't have a lot of creatures, but like, just throwing Azula under the bus when you need an extra burst of mana to win is like pretty decent. Let's play test. Card. Draw. Meds. Pass. Volcanic Island. Pass. Shock your creature. Bergie. Mox Amber. And then we can hold Max Amber for next turn. Mox Amber. Float a red. And then you go Cavernous Souls Human. Firelord Azula. Float a red. Target creature gains shadow until end of turn, draw a card. Sub. Okay. Pass, deflecting swat something. Alright, let's try to combo off here. Swing with Azula. Oh wait, no. I mean, we could still try for a combo off this turn. It's gonna be a little difficult because we don't have a pinger. Swing, add 2 red. Dazzacap's Brew. Get a mana back. Discard a card. Draw 2. Draw 2. Okay, now we have a pinger. Red 1/2. Lindblom. Another red in the pool. Add 2 stupid fucking wizards. Second main phase. We keep mana in between steps and phases. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Virtue of Courage. That's the red. That's the spell we're casting, so we get a red mana. That's a non-creature spell, so he deals 6 damage to each opponent. Sadly, we don't have a 1-drop to get the chain started, but this turn, we win in a vacuum. Just seems like things fall flat without a Burgie, Electro, Stormkiln, Goblin Electromancer, Nightscape Familiar, Ral Monsoon Mage, Electro. Like, we have... Yes, things fall flat if we don't draw one of the 10 cards that does this effect. You know what I mean? It's like, things will fall flat if we don't draw 4 lands. Would this do okay at bracket 4 tables? It would do fine. Yeah, like, it's not going to be the best one by any means. I'm not a big fan of Twinning Staff. We've been winning without it. Let's do Brawl. And here's what I'm going to argue. I'm going to argue that Expedite is one of the best haste enablers you could be running for Azula. Just because it cycles itself during an Azula turn, it's 1 mana draw 2. Are there more slots left for today? So that's not how this works. The way this works is you go to the coffee and you can get a slot for next week's stream for either Sunday or Tuesday. Sunday might be sold out now. Okay, Sunday isn't sold out. So we have 1 Sunday slot left and a bunch of Tuesday slots left. You can get a slot for then. And so the slots are always given in advance. Okay, have you seen the... Yeah, I've seen Mathemagics. I've seen all the new Strixhaven cards. Okay, I was misreading Good Coffee. All right, all good. All right, so we need to make a cut for the Expedite. I think it's going to be Invoke Calamity. Although it's funny. We might keep it because it's funny. It sucks because now we're in the part where every single card's really good. It's probably just Shadow Rift. Would a Misrise Village be in consideration? Protector, Commander, and win cons? No, I don't think so. Like, we have Cavernous Souls. We have counter spells. It's fine. Let's play Dust this one more time just to prove to y'all that this is actually very consistent. Draw. Blood Crypt. Next turn. Command Tower. Electromancer. Arid Mesa, fetch. Raucous Theater. Or let's get Thundering. Graveyard. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Case of the Ransacked Lab. Fetch off Scalding Tarn, get probably Undercity Sewers. Graveyard. Azula. Swing Azula, Firebending 2. You're probably blocking her. X's 3 Duelist Flame. 1, 2, 3. Choose Vivi's Persistence. Oh, actually, X is 5. Yeah, it's still Vivi's Persistence. Because it's cost reduced by 2. And it's cost reduced by 1. So, there we go. Next turn. We cast Vivi's Persistence, Duelist Flame that turn. Okay. Red, 1, 2, 3. Think. Okay, so invoke Calamity. Vivi's Persistence. Bunch of lands. So I guess we go. No, we need to swing with Azula first then. Consult. Consult's fine. I mostly just don't like that it isn't red. Okay, so. Ah, okay. And then we can go. I would have gotten double. Yeah, I played a lot of this wrong, but I got double now, so it doesn't matter. Pyretic Ritual. Whatever. We solve our case. We can start winning next turn, which is too slow. I think it sees the day out. I just think it's a little too win more. Harmonic Prodigy with all these pingers? No. You would just rather run another pinger. Which I think is the truth. Maybe like Keswick Flamebreather. You could also maybe run like a Spell Seeker. That could be interesting with the Expedite. I'd keep this hand because if you draw a land, you win. One, two, three, four. Azula with haste. Swing Azula with haste. Pyretic Ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have one floating firebending mana as well. Demand Answers. Discard Case of the Ransacked Lab. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twinferno. Copy our next spell. Copy our next spell. 1, 2. Valakut Awakening. Put away Chrome Mox. Redirect Lightning. Reverberate. No, we can keep Reverberate because Reverberate's a combo card, kinda. Born Upon a Wind. So we're gonna draw 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna go bottom Bergi, bottom Urza Saga, bottom this, and then we're gonna draw 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now we're gonna resolve the original one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna draw another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we're gonna go remove a mana. Remove a mana. Reverberate. Reverberate copies Reverberate. Which copies Reverberate? This would work, right? Like, you can make infinite Reverberates here, but this one would resolve. You'd get a token copy. That doesn't really do much. Wait, no. Reverberate doesn't work like Twinferno. You need to go Seething Song first, and then Reverberate it. Aha. We're cooking. But it's not really worth doing. Anyway, we got a lot of motion that turn. Hooray. You'll probably do second main phase something with Will the Jeskai instead of going off during combat there. Anyway, I think this is good to go. All right. Everyone, do we have Frank here? I'm here. Okay, great. This is my Tove artifact landfall deck. What I want to do with the deck is to earthbend my lands and artifacts while triggering landfall effects. The only restriction is not remove any Tove creature cards. No budget or restrictions. Okay. Main problem is the deck. With the deck is that I haven't finished it yet, is that it's 7 cards over and I feel like I'm stuck deciding what to cut. Okay. It's 8 cards over. Haha. Let's duplicate this. Triple white mana. That's tough. It is funny that it destroys all non-land permanents and your non-token artifacts are lands. That is funny. So maybe it's worth keeping. Splendid Wreck doesn't work how you want it to. It won't return artifacts from your graveyard. It will return lands. Are you doing much land sacrifice? Because, yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Or Mindslaver comboing. Esper Haywire Might, Amulet. Okay, so you do have Amulet of Vigor. It's just like typically you'd want a Zurin Orb if you're going to do stuff like that. I do think that maybe Bitter Work is perhaps too slow, even though it has Toph in the art. Okay, sure. It does feel a little slow. You know, I don't want to ask about the Mindslaver because I will get yelled at. I mean, it's here. It's like... I don't really like Stroke at Midnight. Okay. I can appreciate most of what this deck is trying to do. Except for Vandal Blast Mycosynth. That's a little too evil. Crucible sucks. Chromatic Lantern sucks. All Fate Scroll is funny, so you can keep it. I like the Stasis Coffin. Good job. Brionic's too slow. Yeah. Well, for Sarah Farron, you might even prefer, instead of Felia Lancers, you might prefer Felia Sariema. It's 2 mana less. The reason why I like Lancers so much in Kellen is because A, it's a human, which triggers a lot of different human synergies, like Brunic Reanimated and stuff. 2, I'm green, so it's really easy to ramp into it, where it's just like not even a problem to spend 5 mana. I'm just gonna get rid of Badgermole. It's just too slow. 5 mana for that card is insane. I run both. Perfect. Great. I think Chromatic Lantern, the artifact, allows artifact lands to tap for mana, but that turns Toph into Team Urza. So, yeah, all lands can tap. Non-token artifact you control are lands. So Chromatic Lantern lets them all tap for mana. That's funny. I don't know if it's necessarily needed, especially when you have Great Divide Guide right here. And this thing's a 3-2? Wait. And ally. Okay, so... Ah. Here's Fabled Passage being an awesome land. 1, 2, 3. Earth Shape. Earthbend 3. Bracket. It comes back. Next turn. Fabled Passage. For Forest. You gave your end step and Earthbend 2. Wait. Earthbend 2 on Fabled Passage. Get this Forest. It comes back tapped. I guess we crew this. Crack Fabled Passage for real this time. Amhawks, thanks for the raid. We're looking at decks today. During each of your turns, you may cast a permanent spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a land in addition to paying its other costs. Sure. Swing. Next turn. That's Field of the Dead. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we have at least 7 differently named lands. Earthbend 3, I guess. So what I'm terrified of generally here is like you have all this. No, you just win all the time. Because these can all tap for mana because they're a Shiad. Anyway, pass. Ooh. The Fairy's Protection. Also, we Earthbended this thing. Next turn. Okay, here's turn 7. You go Ozolith. By the way, we had a bunch of zombie tokens that are like about like 2 or 3 more. Okay, great. Move to combat. Swing with Baumi and everything. Like, you kind of just explode here, right? Because 2 counters on each land creature control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. And then it's actually 3. Yeah, like this is the most terminusable board in the world. Oh my god. Delectable. Well, great news. Your deck seems a little cracked already. I'm gonna add Terra Eternal. All lands have indestructible. Like, that is hilarious. Probably Earth Crystal out. It does. Wait, Earth Crystal just counts like basically your entire deck. I actually kind of like Earth Crystal. That's funny. I am a little bit less interested in Arcane Signet. Talisman. Earth Crystal, good job. That's funny. Okay, so. Wow, this card's really good. Liquid Metal Torque. That's a fine option. Yeah, I like Liquid Metal Torque. With Terra Eternal, it's just a 2-card combo to give off Indestructible for 1 mana. Bright Glass Gearhulk, you mean the thing right here? This one? Bright Glass Gearhulk? The one that's already in the deck? Still to the deck. Hey, where am I? Tireless Tracker. Mossborn Hydra. Battlefield Forge. Make a clue. 2 counters on this thing. Next turn. Wooded Foothills. Blue. Back Wooded Foothills. Stomping Ground. The clue. 1, 2, 3. Think. Tap like that. Red. Redirect Lightning. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. All Fate Scroll. That's a land entering. That's a land entering. A card. Draw a card. Bummer. Next turn, Toph explodes. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 mana. Off. Roll a basic land. Soul Ring. You get the clue. We could do Terror Symbiosis. No, we have to do it second, sadly. Ah, rough. Anyway, that's like a pretty big creature. For sure Springheart Nantuko is correct here. Artifacts trigger landfall in this deck. Non-token artifacts are lands. Yep. I can appreciate Kodama. I think it might be a little too slow. Oh, no. Kodama's kind of cool. The Mega Gaglu score? No, I'm misreading it. It's the Mega Gliscor. I see. I read the last part is all one thing. I thought it was Gliscor at first, and then I was like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Mega Gliscor, thank you. Prime. Yeah, this is a Lotus Cobra deck. Lotus Cobra, Nissa. Resurgent Animist. Tireless. Provisioner. Just like whenever land enter make new mana is like really broken. Okay. I don't know if I believe in Amulet of Vigor here. Because you don't really have a lot of things that enter tapped, generically speaking. At least not right now. Like, we could change that, I guess. Amulet of Vigor is insane. Yeah, I agree. Amulet of Vigor is insane. 100%. Can you tell me what in this deck works with Amulet of Vigor? Earthbent stuff returns tapped. Okay, what are we sacrificing the Earthbent stuff to? Point to the sack outlet. And Splunking isn't better than Amulet of Vigor because you can tutor Amulet of Vigor off Brightglass Gear Oak. My argument is just that Amulet of Vigor is doing nothing. You're right, this deck should run sack outlets. I agree, low key, but I want to turn this into a combo deck. This is meant to be a landfall deck. We are not comboing. Why are we running Amulet? It's like we have Mindslaver combo, I guess. I'm going to argue maybe cut Mindslaver. Like, I think the joke of this deck is like, it's landfall. Get a landfall deck. Good King Moggle Mog. Thank you for getting a deck review for Sunday. There's one Sunday slot. Here, I'm going to argue that I kind of like all these. Maybe Evolution stage a little bit more. I already have a board full of +1/+1 countered things. I can now start proliferating. Like, Sacred Foundry, Esper. Forest. Pass. Sing Say enters untapped. Earthbender Ascension. Earthbend 2. Then search your library for a big turn. Abandoned Air Temple. 1, 2. Off. Hey, Toph. Earthbend this forest. We can Earthbend on an Esper Sentinel. Actually drawing cards. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 6. So we had one land enter. Third land. Then we get Vandal Blasted and think. Maybe we go this first. Think. That's landfall. Oh no, we get an experience counter when she. So we have 2 experience counters. I would probably just pass here. Earthbend 2 on your end step. Take Abandoned Air. Take Forest. Then you go Shelter. One, 2, 3. Solid Ground. Earthbend Mycosynth. Give indestructible. All right, great. Let's just swing. Start attacking now. Ending. Also putting a counter on a thing. Hey. Turn 7, you go metal bend. Microson indestructible. Pretty good. I would like to see more like landfall payoffs though. Like I don't think you have that many. Remind you have a few. What's going wrong here? Maybe like more landfall burn creatures. Like you're in red. Like Valakut Awakening would probably be pretty good. Or whatever it's called. Valakut Expedition. Landfall, everything gets +1/+1 vigilance and haste until end of turn. Is this good? You play a creature, it's a land. Because of a shy or whatever. +1/+1 vigilance haste. You can tap it immediately. It's kind of funny. Another target creature gets +2/+2 trample. Oh, Morag, of course. Whenever a land enters, you just get an extra combat. And then you attack, and then you get extra combat. And then you attack, and you get extra combat. Because everything's land. I do like Reckless Pirate Surfer quite a bit. That's not bad. I think I just prefer the well, Spring Archibian. This one draws a card. Second time it resolves. And then there's Valakut, whatever the fuck. Valakut Exploration, that should probably be in, which also burns equal number of lands that entered this turn. We have 4 cuts to make. I think it's Avenger for being too slow. State for being too slow. Number of forests you can get in your dreams. Your 3-color deck. Ichor Wellspring. Jungle Shrine. Bill. Next turn. Forest. Counterarm Bristly Bill. 1 Tireless Tracker. Turn. Counter on Tireless Tracker. Get a Toph. Spend 2 on this forest. Let's play Evan Do. Does this card Evan do anything, dude? Counter and Bristly Bill. 4, dink, dink, dink. Now it's 12. Or, yep. 5, 9, 13 counters. You can just pass after this, earthbend this forest, and then go dink, dink, dink. Hang shelter. Next turn. Venter's Fair. Get a counter on your land over here. Elysium Games is not still open now. Number of +1/+1 counters on lands you can. Pretty funny. Earthbend 2, Jungle Shrine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mycosynth Lattice. That's a land entering. You get a clue. You could have done this in reverse order. And then just not float any mana. That sounds good to me. So do this in reverse order. Not float any mana. And then we get an extra landfall trigger. Okay, great. And then this turn you go redirect lightning. Next turn. And then this turn, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also, this is now Earthbent 2. And then you can, so we have 8 mana floating. 9, 10. You can activate Bristly Bill twice. So you double all the counters on everything. Double all the counters on everything. Right? And these are all land creatures. Tap this one for. Hey, this is a lot of power in play. Maybe hold back with the land creatures. Fire and Call. Draw a billion. That seems pretty good. I think I have not been impressed with all Fate Scroll. Or the Brood Ship, really. And instead what we can do is run some trampling enabling. Like, we have a bunch of these huge creatures, but just no way to push them through. So I think the best remedy to this will be Garrick's Uprising. I'd like another trample enabler, but I'm not sure what that would be. Like, we have Earthbender Ascension, which is kind of a trampling enabler. We have Kodama. So maybe it's just a tutor. Maybe we get like a little creature tutor going on. Just like a Green Sun Zenith. Green Sun seems pretty good. Right, just go X is 4 and then suddenly all of your lands have trample. That's probably for the best. Great, I think this is good to go. The broken little Naya landfall deck. I like Toph or Toph and not in a combo direction. I think that's fun. Okay. Did we do Orly? Are you here, Orly? Yes, we did do Orly. Great. All right, Moon with my Rel. Yeah, I just take Mindslaver out. It's just like not the plan you're doing. Feels kind of out of left field, even though like it's fine. Like, oh, late game, it's just like an I win button against like a 1v1. It's like just so like divorced from what your deck was wanting to do that I just didn't think it was right. Thank you for getting a deck review. Yep, hi Moon. Deck's current game plan is to flood the board with soldiers and anthem effects to overrun my opponents. I built it back when Doctor Who cards were coming out, and it works, but it felt like it's time for a facelift. I don't really have a total budget restriction, but I'm not keen to add cards that are $100 or more. Okay, great. If the stars align in the current cards in the deck, I can get a 12 times token multiplier. So that's what I'm terrified of, because I hate O'Hare attack. I think that card's really bad. Like, why are we running Heraldic Banner? Like, You name white. The soldier tokens don't get that buff. They're colorless soldier tokens. And you can't name colorless. Not a big fan of that one at all. Strixhaven Stadium's really funny. I really like that card. You choose soldier for this, I imagine. Yeah, 35 lands is a war crime. We're going to fix that soon. Don't worry. I don't like Soul Warden. Unless you're running like a gain life creature at the top end, which you're not. How many soldiers are you actually running? Soldier 20, human 20. This is not a low curve deck. So you're running 20 soldiers. This cost reduce 1/5 of your deck. Not even, because it doesn't cost reduce Esper Sentinel, Recruitment Officer, or Survivor of Corliss. And Survivor of Corliss is really mid. I'm going to take out Urza's Incubator. I think you are not a ramp deck. You are a curve out deck. Pearl Medallion's fine. You're a mono white deck. Trionic. No. I like Horn of Valhalla. That's fine. It is a sorcery. That's fine. Mind's Eye, way too slow. Do not run Mind's Eye ever. There's always better card advantage. Cathars is fine. Anointed Procession's okay. Like, listen, I'm going to cut O'Hare Attack. O'Hare Attack is 6 mana, like, really win more, is my thought. Although, it could be funny with, like, where's your, what's the name of the card? Gold Knight Commander. Human Cleric Soldier. Whenever another creature you control enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Right, so you play this for 4 mana, and then you swing with Myrel, and then you make 1,000,000 soldiers, and they all get +1,000,000, +1,000,000. It's like a Cathar's Crusade on a soldier. Hear me out? I'm going to cut Cathar's Crusade. You don't have a lot of counter synergy. Starlight Spectacular. Although this one doesn't work as well. Nah. Kin Binding is more funny. Creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures that enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Right, so you don't have to have the headache of tracking. You don't have to track the counters no more. We live in a world where we don't need to track the counters. Smuggler's Share is unplayably bad. I hate that card. It's never triggered once in my life. Enters the battlefield, Scry 2. Wow, that is really bad. Arrests with the Scry 2 is stitched onto it. Flowering's okay. Like, Anthems are good, but I prefer the Kin Binding kind of Anthems. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. There's better card advantage. When you attack with 2 or more creatures, that's always going to happen. Land tax, great. Johnny's Welcome, that's really bad. I don't like this, like, random life gain synergy throughout. Okay, Survivor Corliss. It's a soldier, but it's bad. No. Sure. All right. I'm vibing with most of the rest of these. +1/+1 first strike. That's a beautiful line of text to have on your soldiers, especially when they're fucking huge and can't be blocked. Siege Veteran. Great. Great. Awesome. Sad it's a night, but oh well. I'll let you keep it. I think Keeper of the Court is past its glory days, but the fact that it's a soldier lets it cling on here. I love Mondrak. Mondrak's great. Mondrak, 4 mana, I develop a 4/4, and then also my board goes wider. That's funny. Better than Tack. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Board wipes hurt more than help. Yes, I agree. Cut all of these. Winds of Abandon. Winds of Abandon. It's very bad Path to Exile, or you overload it and they don't have any blockers anymore. Type Soldier. Sort MV. No results found for type Solidaire. That's how you spell soldier, right? Redfall just losing its mind. Morning Tide's Light sucks. I really don't like Morning Tide's Light. I've been asking this question of you streamers to see if I'm crazy or not, but I think I have a weird Wizards of the Coast conspiracy theory. I think that they made Edge of Eternities last year to get the player base used to having space team sets to prepare us to start. That's not even a conspiracy theory. That's just normal. Like, that's just what happened. That's not a conspiracy theory. I do like Descendant of Storms a little bit, but I think it's still a little too low impact for Commander. Esper Sentinel isn't, though. That one's good. Gythian. I like Gythian. Flips into Gideon. Attacks Gideon if able. Target creature gains indestructible and tap that creature until your next turn. Like, yeah, that's like it's just good. I like Spectrum Sentinel quite a bit, actually. Protection from multicolor is really funny. But still, I don't know if I'm not interested in adding it. Let's add Thraben Inspector, Human Soldier. That makes a clue. Tap 3 untapped artifacts or creatures could encounter this creature's scry one. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, Warden of the Inner Sky might be really good. All right, let's speed through these. Cliffside Rescuer isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Let's do Kinscare Sentry. I think this has the explosive potential that's really funny in Commander to have. So far, rather unimpressed with the selection here. It sucks the tokens are colorless. Otherwise, I'd be like, you should probably be on Court Street Denizen, which taps creatures when white creatures enter, which is really annoying to deal with. I like Anafenza. It's only for non-tokens, but it's like gets you a board back if your board gets wiped. It's just on a soldier. I like Brimaz. Look, even have it in considering. All right, I think I'm done looking at soldiers here. Still have 8 slots left. I think we're going to start by doing Flare of Fortitude. Right. You board wipe. I would go, I'll just lose my like least important creature. Do we have Recruiter the Guard already? We don't. I can't spell. Recruit. Help. I can't spell. Recruiter the Guard. There we go. Human Soldier. Search library for a creature card with toughness 2 or less. Reveal it. Put in your hand, then shuffle. I have great news for you. Gold Knight Commander is toughness 2 or less. Like a lot of these are. So is Guardian of Faith. Which phases everything out. That's pretty good. Probably should be on Clever Concealment. Convoke, which is a very good word to have. And then any number of target non-land permanents you control phase out. Like, that feels pretty good. Phase out all your non-land permanents for free. And then we have too few lands, so let's fix that. We're going to start with Kabira Takedown. It's removal. You're going to have more creatures than any toughness on the board. This will always kill something. Tajiri Shelter. Target creature gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Perfect for pushing through a lethal swing, through like a monocolor blocking. All that. Then we're going to do Hideaway. Windburst Kites. Hideaway 4. Look at the top 4. You can exile one of them. And then you can cast it for free if you attacked with 3 or more creatures that turn. What's a good thing to put under Hideaway? Elish Norn. O'Hare Tack, which I'm keeping around still for some reason. But I want to try this out for one. What I like about O'Hare Tack is if you have a Gold Knight Commander on board or Kin Binding on board, and you curve that into O'Hare Tack, swing with Myrel, I think it could be good. Because it like kind of happens right away. Anyway. Also what's good to spin into is I'm going to add McKindy Stampede, which is a sorcery, but it's a tap land on the back. Creatures get +2/+2 until end of turn. So we can do swing, and then before blockers, or after blockers if you want, activate Windburst Kites, and then cast the sorcery during combat, because this breaks timing restrictions. Secondly, Amaria's Call. Yeah, Night Air and Avios going in. Convoke. The Human Knight, though. Versus, like, Ranger Captain. This is a Human Soldier Ranger. Which can tutor a 1-drop. Esper Sentinel, Kithian, Recruitment Officer, Thraben Inspector, Warden of the Inner Sky, and Mother of Runes. I'm not going to add the other Giver. I think just Mom is okay. So we have 2 cuts to make. I think we're going to go with Settle the Wreckage, because we have wins. And then just like, who cares about your board? And Halo Fountain out. I really just don't like Halo Fountain. If you have a board of 15 creatures wide, you just win anyway. Let's play test. Draw. Turn 1, Mother of Runes. Turn 2, Arcane Signet. Turn 3, Myrel with Mother of Runes backup. Valiant Veteran. Swing with Myrel. Make a 1/1 soldier with... Or we're going to make 2 soldiers here. Swing with Myrel, which is a 4/5 right now on turn 4. So you probably have 1 good swing. Protect Myrel from removal. Oh, someone board wiped. Great news. Anafenza. Draw planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Myrel. Swing with your Anafenza stuff. Next turn. Planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Captain of the Watch. Swing with Myrel. Make 5 soldiers. Next turn. Strixhaven Stadium, Kithian. Oh, we have Emergence Zone. Don't play Kithian. Anyway, swing all. Yay, you died to Strixhaven Stadium. Anyway, think Sack Emergence Zone. Kithine on your end step. Next turn. You can also make Kithine indestructible. And then swing with everything. And then you probably kill another 2 people with Strixhaven Stadium or something. What do you think about running Dolmen's Gate / Reconnaissance so that Myrel can swing to get her trigger without having to worry about her dying? Myrel is huge. Also, no. Mother of Runes. Protection from the color of your best blockers. Swing. You're good. Why are we running a dead card? I really don't like Reconnaissance or Dolmen's Gate most of the time. Like, if you are attack trigger heavy, then Reconnaissance gets better. Like something like Ishin, like where it kills you. But just like making a wide board with Myrel, that's not where you want to be. Like, here's the thing. Swing with Myrel. Make 5 soldiers. She gets +5/+5 from kin binding or fucking the other thing. Tap down your blockers or no, exile your blockers with Catapult Master. Like, Myrel's getting through. Oh, you've blocked? Great. I will Sejiri shelter the color of your blockers. Like, Myrel is so safe, it's unreal. I'm going to add Selfless Spirit. Solemn Simulacrum out. Sun Titan out. I've been really out of love with Sun Titan. It's so like 2014 magic, you know? So, we have one addition that we can make. Probably just Thraben Charm. Graveyard Hate, everything like that. Can probably cut Arcane Signet for Sand Scout as well. Wait, isn't there a soldier that ketchup ramps? Just keep her. Okay. The Sand Scout's the best. Air Raid, Archway, Scavenger, Grounds, Jaffet, Dunes, Azatep Quarry. You can also get Soul Ring, sure. So we added a desert package, including Chefet Dunes, which works with your go wide plan. Probably, I think we're itching for one more kind of Winds of Abandon style, get everything through all at once and kill you kind of effect. Oh, I don't want it to be Morning Tide's Light, but I think it is. Nor, I don't think I'm very impressed with Morning Tide's Light as a card. Galadriel's Dismissal is a lot better. Yeah. Galadriel's Dismissal. Protection spell, but also can be phase out all your blockers, which works really well in your favor. And you also just have a Krobos Will already. Okay, great. We don't need anything more. All right. Draw. Plains. Next turn. Plains. Next turn. Plains. Archetype of Courage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Myrel. Turn. Okay. So anyway, what were we worried about with currently Myrel, it is turn 5, and Myrel has first strike, and we can give her protection from any color that we want. Anyway, here's Mondrak. Swing Myrel. We get 4 soldiers. Great. Think. Sacrifice 2 of these. Indestructible counter. Next turn. Plains. Five mana Kin Binding. Swing Myrel. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 soldiers. Also beginning of combat on our turn, we make 2 white Kithkin. So this is creatures currently have +10/+10. And they all have first strike. Oh, you want to board wipe me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Clever Concealment. Convoke. I'll phase out all my non-land permanents. Nice board wipe, dude. Next turn. Oh, dude. Cute blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Winds of Abandon. They're all gone. Move to combat. Get 2 Kithkin. Swing. Not with the Kithkin. Oh, I swung with my rel. Count your soldiers. You create double that many, and then everything gets +X/+X. You win. Yeah. The main thing that excites me about Archetype of Courage is that it does just give everything first strike. Like, I know it doesn't remove it from double strike creatures, but just like giving that whole board first strike is a Plague Wind every turn. Right? You have to block my 50/50 with first strike, and even if you have like a 1/1 Death Toucher, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this appears to be working very well. Probably gonna cut Sword of the Animist. Just kind of too slow. So maybe it is Arcane Signet back in. You could also do like a rabble rousing type of card. Whenever you attack with one or more creatures, create that many 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. And if you control 10 or more creatures, you can cast the Hideaway card without paying its mana. Winnowing sucks. Winnowing's one of the worst cards ever. Really do not like Winnowing. So Catcher's Monument good enough. Does it make soldiers or warriors? Makes warriors. Get a clue, guys. Planes, crack the clue, draw a card. Turn. It's just such good curve smoothing. I love Thraben Inspector. Siege Veteran. Beginning of combat on our turn, we'll put a +1/+1 counter on a creature we control. Put on Thraben Inspector and swing. Whenever a non-token soldier you control dies. 1, 2, 4. Myrel. Counter on Myrel. Next turn. 1, 2. Resolute Reinforcements. Get a soldier. And then swing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Yep. 5 soldier tokens. Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clever Concealment. Next turn. 1, 2. Actually, no. So here's what you want to do at 6 mana. You do not play Elspeth. 1, 2, 3. You Recruiter the Guard. Guardian of Faith. Oh, look, a creature with power with toughness 2 or less. A board protection spell. Anyway, die. Let's say no one board wipes. Great. Oh man, if only we drew a land here. An untapped land. Let me be more specific, Monkey's Paw. So, like, let's say we draw a land here. What's great here is you can go Emergence Zone out a Hero of Bladehold on your end step, or you can Guardian of Faith. Dead. Anyway, I think it's good to go. Pantheon. Is this the Azula? Yeah, that's the Azula. So that one we've already done. Do we have Mantheon back already or no? I'm here. Okay, great. So what's the gist here? I think about 50 to 61 non-lands in the list are different than the version you helped me with before. After playing with them a while, I made some changes. I'm leaning harder into blink synergies, so Eldrazi Displacer, Mirror Entity, Soulbright Flamekin, Abandoned Air Temple, more removal, some integral life gain. I really don't want incremental life gain in this deck. I think that's a really bad idea. We'll move these to considering, right? Sort by mana value. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, whenever a permanent enters from exile. Yeah, a lot of Avatar today for sure. Okay, Nahiri's Resolve seems very good. Because you just exile your whole board, Zuko sees them all come back. Morningtide's Light's also really good for that. Avatar's Wrath is really wide board. Okay, so first and foremost, 39 lands. Very good job. Secondarily, though, I'm going to cut Spine Rock Knoll. You are getting you're getting Pinnacle Monked. How do you spell Pinnacle? I'm scared. Pinnacle Monk. When Pinnacle Monk enters, return target insert sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Get Ephemerate. Get Eerie Interlude. Exile your whole board. They all come back. Zuko grows your board that much. Hooray. Right, that's insane. Invoke Calamity's too hard to cast in a 3. Eldrazi Confluence is a little awkward. Although you are built around Eldrazi Displacer. You might have enough colors. Either way, it's like just not the best. Go Infinite with Hellkite. Causal Vestige seems like a lot. We have Ephemerate. Lauren Felia? No Felia, come on, dude. This deck is, I don't think, yeah, this deck's not really. Invoke is just like, you need a lot of instants and sorceries. You have a decent number. You don't have a lot. Besides, it's not even that explosive. Like, this isn't bad. It's just like, you know, mid. It seems, or I don't know if I like the cast from Exile stuff. Like, if we're gonna do Flicker, let's lean into Flicker. Means, yeah, Felia's already in. Let's get, you have Giver, Mother needs to go in. Very Mother of Runes kind of day today. And Starfield Shepherd can cheat by flickering with Felia, flickering with Ephemerate, right? And then get another 1-drop in. Curious. Raven Spectre, a bit of value. You have enough 1-drops, I think. Inventorious for more cast triggers. I don't like. Kind of too expensive. Teleportation. Haste. It's okay. I think this is an instance where I do hate reconnaissance. We just don't have a lot of combat damage like enabling. Resto's a little too expensive. Bone Horde's too cast from exile, not flickery. Rim, Servant. Tutor equal to your devotion to black, you can get Ephemerate. I don't like March. Commune. If we want to do cast from exile, let's overlap with the token plan and do like X Commander Exile, like Commander Lyara Porter, 5-mana Boros card. Whenever you attack, spells you cast from exile cost X less to cast for X number of players being attacked. Exile the top X cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast those spells. You may cast spells from among those exile cards. So you swing at all 3 of your opponents with tokens. Those 3 opponents are getting attacked. Yay. And also, you get to exile cards, and they're cheaper, and that all triggers Zuko, and like, it works. That works. Yeah, Headliner Scarlet is a good recommendation. It's also a really good flicker target. You can't block with things you control. Kill you. Exile a new spell on my next turn that I then buffs all my entire board. And then flicker Headliner Scarlet, kill you. Okay. Not resourceful defense. I like the Ozlith because it's cheap. Mana value wise. Alright, we have 6 more slots. I do like a good Pyrogoyf in a flicker deck. It's just huge and then does a load of damage. What else though? Barrogoyf is fine. I like Barrogoyf in a deck that likes self-milling, though. Not necessarily just a deck, you know? Maybe like Jackrabbit. That one scales on power, etc. Anything from the considering list? Haven Interrupter. Guardian. That's about it. I wouldn't run any of the rest of it. And the reason is, let me go through why. Tommy is better when you can loop from graveyard, which you can't do in this deck. Micaeus is a little too slow, I think. And you have a counter generator in the command zone anyway. So why are we doing Micaeus counter generation when we can get counter generation from Zuko? Life gain is kind of worthless, just overall. It doesn't kill your opponents unless you have like Archangel of Thune and stuff. It's okay. Like, it casts from exile, but I don't want this deck to be cast from exile. Like, if we're going to lean into Flicker, let's lean into Flicker. It's okay. It's not the best though. Like Hexing Squelcher would probably be better than this card, and even then I don't even think you need that. The best I think would be Voice of Victory. Like even better than that if you're really scared of counter spells. Just because it works as like Commander Liara Porter. Naali, I think her name is. That's another good one. Sun's Vanguard. Attacking tokens you control have double strike. Whenever one or more tokens you control attack a player, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you attack with a token, you may play that card. Right? Like that works perfectly. List. Draw. Giver. Either way, we're getting a tap land, so it's the real one. Graveyard. Where's the Sucka? 1, 2. Metastatic Evangel. You now tap to make dudes. Go Dusk Legion Zealot. Think Oz mana value 1 type artifact. Fetch for Sacred Foundry. Red, white, black. Firelord Zuko. White 1, 2. Voice of Victory. Protect Zuko. Next turn. Okay, Starfield Shepherd. Oh, also Warp fucking works with Zuko. Didn't even think about that. Let's go black, 1. 1 colorless floating. Grim Tutor. Grim Tutor 4. Ephemerate. White. Ephemerate Metastatic Evangel. Exile. This permanent enters from exile. Oh, wait, no. Maybe we do voice. We do Voice Victory. So this enters from exile. Counter on everything. And then you can resolve the Proliferate trigger. And you draw a card off your Dusk Legion Duelist. Pass. Redirect your lightning. Right, and then you can like Ray. Am I running enough tokens to generate tokens synergy? Yeah, you have Voice Victory right here. Tokens. But like we can add more if you don't have enough. Because like I do think you should be on tokens somewhat. Because it goes insane. Like Felidar Guardian out. Preston's a bit win more. Terror's a bit up there in terms of the curve. It works well with Morning Tide's Light and stuff, I guess. Yeah, let's re-add Terror. I like it with the board-wide flicker effects. That's funny. Cosmic Intervention's probably too much. Like, I think this is... Okay, so... I added Jackrabbit. You don't have almost done. You have a few. Jackrabbit's in. No, enters tokens probably isn't the best. It'd probably be like Adeline, Splendid Cathar. Mardu Siegebreaker. I like that. We can cut Naali, I think. We don't have enough Naali stuff. I think you're right. I still think Liara Porter is good. Varchild might be good with all the flicker stuff. Yeah, I think so. I like Varchild. Varchild's funny too. Deals combat damage to a player. That player creates that many soldier tokens. And then also Varchild grows, and then you flicker Varchild, get all the tokens. Really funny. I like that a lot. Any other airbending makes a combo with Lyra and Appa? Oh, true. Because you get airbend Appa, and then airbend the other thing, and then airbend Appa, and then airbend the other thing. Because cylinder, you may cast spells from one of those cards. Yeah, cards cost from exile cost X less to cast. That's so funny. Airbend one target creature. Sadly, Appa's the only thing that can airbend multiple things, right? No, airbend all other creatures. No, but this isn't a permanent. So yeah, sadly, I don't think that's the case. But you can swing with Liara Porter and then Appa everything and then recast everything for free. Because Commander Liara Porter reduces them. Yeah, I guess it is just like airbenders. Reversal. Although, if you wanted a fog, you could run something like Selfless Squire. Maybe Selfless Spirit's in order. I think it's a spirit deck. Alright, draw. Harsh Flats. Get Shadowy Backstreet. Graveyard Pinnacle Monk. Mountain Jackrabbit. Crackwooded Foothills. Get Blood Crypt. Or we can get yeah, no, Blood Crypt is the answer. White, black, red. Firelord Zuko. Swing with Jackrabbit, get a rabbit. Quarry Steel Monastery. Not control. No, we do control planes. Haha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Headliner Scarlet. You can't block. Swing. Another rabbit. 1, 2, 3. We control Zuko, so Jessica's will. Play Abandoned Air Temple. We cast a spell from exile whenever permanent control enters from exile. So there you go. That's a permanent entering from exile. The counter on each creature. White. Adeline. That's cast from exile. Swing. Make 3 rabbits. Also Adeline triggers. Make 3 tapped attacking soldiers. Humans. Let's face it, probably die, but Fury Interlude exile forever. Like, pretty dumb. Oh, Chef Paul, sorry, I didn't see until right now. Thank you for the prime. Here you just win. Well, you don't have a colorless source. If you had a colorless source here, you kind of just kill someone. Because you can go Eldrazi Displacer and then flicker Scarlet. Put a counter on everything, kill someone. I don't like Guildless Commons. I do like, though, Arid Archway. That's right, we're making this a Sand Scout deck. Because Sand Scout works really well with Eldrazi Displacer. Because all the deserts tap for colorless. Question is, what else are we cutting? Probably Eldrazi Temple. Windbrisk. I like Windbrisk generally, but here I think we're pretty competitive for land slots. Same thing with Core Steel Monetary. Type desert. We already have Arid Archway. And then I think we do the off-color deserts, even though you are a go wide deck. So, like, you do black, red, if near Deadlands. Because you already have white, because you're casting the Sand Scout and Scab Grounds. Impeccable Penguin, thanks for the tier 1. So, here we go. Draw, Plains. Next turn. Luxury Suite. Jackrabbit. Next turn. White 1. Starfield Shepherd. Get Mother of Runes. Exiles it herself. Land drop. Next turn. Plains. Mother of Runes. Swing with Jackrabbit. We should have been swinging this last 2 turns. Okay. Bloodstained Mire. Fetch for Godless. Black, white, red. Firelord Zuko. Protection, swing, get a rabbit. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. Jessica's Will. They get 5 red mana. Cast Reckless Impulse. Get a counter on everything. Like, you can see how much work Jackrabbit does every time it's in play. Exile top 2. Sensei's top. Voice of Victory. Another counter on across all creatures. Another counter across all creatures. One, 2, 3. Maybe instead we play Badlands for turn. And we go Grim Tutor. Flare of Clever Concealment. Swing with Jackrabbit. The rabbits that already existed. Zuko, you can protect with Mother of Runes. Make 4 rabbit tokens because this has power 4. You can use those 4 rabbit tokens to then cleverly conceal your board. You win. Right? Like, this is just insane. Insane board state for turn 6. That's protected by Clever Concealment. Next turn, Voice of Victory is preventing counter spells. Surveil 1, this is permanently exiled. Graveyard. Then here you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starfield Shepherd. Like Ragavan. This is entering, you're cast this from exile. This all gets counters. Gross. You just win. I follow on YouTube. How can I get into your deck reviews? So the thing you're going to want to do is just read my coffee. It has all the information you need. Slots are gotten a week in advance. So you get the slot and then your deck review happens 1 week later. Right now we have 1 Sunday slot left, I believe. 1 Sunday slot left, and we have like 4 slots left for 2 next week. So you can hop on it there. Anyway, Pantheon, this deck's good to go. As you can see, the token generation from Adeline and Jackrabbit, especially since Jackrabbit counts its power, that's just absurdly strong. Having Clever Concealment's really good to tutor for. I like the Grim Tutor. That was a good include. But Grim Servant can get Ephemerate, which can Ephemerate Grim Servant, which can then get Redirect Lightning or like fucking like a 2-drop, right? Like having these like flickerable tutor engines, really what makes Flicker very strong, especially a Flicker aggressive deck that wants to keep its board state around, like having Selfless Spirits and keep protection that you can deploy to keep your board around and then keep it growing. Very important. Deck's good. All right, lastly, I will not be present at the stream, so we're going to do it now. We have another Toph deck. How many decks today were Avatar? Mantheon, Toph. Mantheon, Toph. Okay, so about... It's been 1/4 of decks today. Or no. It would be 2/3 of decks today. We had a free deck review. That was not one, I guess. So slightly less than 2/3 of decks a day. Anyway, let's read the blurb, see the issue here. All right. I'll not be present on stream. That's okay. Sorry for the confusion last time. I didn't realize you changed your streaming hours. I haven't. At least not recently. It's been like a while. Daniel, this is a storm-like landfall deck that I wanted to build after you put me on Dance with Calamity. Hang on. Hang on. Sorry, chat. I need to check something. I promise we'll continue in just a moment. Which one of these is? Not Moon. Not a really. Okay, it's this one. Okay, we're fine. I thought this person just rebought a deck review when they missed their last one, and the answer is no, they didn't. Okay, so this is a storm-like landfall deck built around Dance with Calamity. It's to abuse the fact that earthbended lands return to the battlefield when they die or are exiled except for landfall triggers. Okay. I would like to see you on Zernorb then. Not just Sylvan Safekeeper. And you should probably be... You're already on Spelunking, but you need to have Amulet. Amulet of Vigor. Oh my god, it's 50. I prefer editions under $50, but if you feel a card is crucial, Amulet of Vigor is crucial. I'd absolutely consider breaking the budget. Like, you need Vigor. I'm sorry. All right, so Thurn Orb, Amulet of Vigor. Urza Saga's how much? 34. This is the last expensive card I'm going to ask you to add. That is a vow. It does not look like you have a lot of non-token green creatures to stack to flare. I'm a little bit more hesitant about that one. Do we have an extra land drops? Like, Exploration's probably in order here. Unravel the Aether, who cares? Like, I'm not interested in blowing up your stuff, and if I am, probably run Beseiju if you're, like, really that desperate for it. A Braid. Like, I think we just go full combo. I think we need to avoid removal spells at all costs. I've been unimpressed with Revisits and Nature's Lore and all that recently. I think I would rather see you going... We have Lotus Cobra. We don't have Nissa. Although Nissa's kind of expensive. Let's go Tireless Provisioner. Tireless Provisioner, stupid. Okay, great. Already in. Aftermath Analyst is broken with Zern Orb and all this stuff. Absolutely need Aftermath Analyst and Will of the whatever the hell. Soul Tie. The one that returns all lands. And then Lumra? Or do we want to do like a... split the difference, do like a Green Sun Zenith type of thing? I think we can do a Green Sun Zenith, like Nature's Rhythm type of deal. You have enough red cards where I do think Nature's Rhythm is better. All right, let's play just this as it is now. And we can go from here. Draw. Forest. Goblin and Archomancer. Off. You may discard a card. If you do, return an instant or sorcery from your hand. I'm fine. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. If that spell's a lesson, put an additional counter on that land. Next turn. Better snipe. Oh, it's only 2 mana. Turn. Crop Rot. Crop Rot. Cast a spell, Earthbend 1. We Earthbended this. Tap for a green. Crop rotation. Comes back. Tapped. Earthbend this land. What land do we even get? Bossing say Lotus Field. We get Urza Saga. I think Urza Saga is correct. Get Urza Saga, add a counter. Next turn. Add another counter. 1, 2. Earthbend Urza Saga. 1 green. Or just green. Get back crop rotation. Pass. That Earthbends this land. Green, crop rot away, forest or mountain. It isn't quite Toph Storm yet, but we're going to get there in just a second. Valakut's really weird to be without what I feel is the proper setup. Let's get Lotus Field. Sack this mountain, sack this forest. Next turn. Urza Saga comes back tapped. We get Amulet of Vigor. Turn 7, we should be winning this turn, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Escape to the wild, exile the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Animate this land. 1, 2. Land drop. Badger Mole Cub. Oh, wait, we don't need to tap 2 for Badger Mole Cub. Badger Mole Cub animates mountain. Second land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just don't have enough land sack outlets, I think, is the main issue. Like, I would like one more discard outlet. Like, I think Shigeki's too slow for this kind of deck, as much as I love Shigeki. Whenever a creature counter on it dies, draw a card. That's hilarious. Holy shit. I didn't know this card existed. Mass Hysteria. Oh, a little weird. The Earthbended lands already have haste, right? Enough, I'm not into that. Engineering out. And then we can add more sack outlets. So, like, we already have Sylvan Safekeeper, so tell you what, we can just add more creature tutors. So add Green Sun Zenith. That can get Lotus Cobras and stuff, right? Blended Reclamation. And then one final green creature too. Also, I saw 3 visits. Probably. Would Bergie be good here? I don't think so. Oh, we need Dryad for Valakut to be good. Scapeshift, how much is that rockin'? Oh, I don't want to have more expensive cards in this deck, but Scapeshift's so good. Like, look at how insane this is. Okay, why do we still have Rampant Growth? Hang on. I'll cut Rampant Growth later. We may discard a card. We do return target instant sorcery from. Gold Lamp is funny, especially with Scoot Storm, but I don't think we need it. I think we're going faster than that. Here's Myriad Landscape. Explore. Draw card. Extra land drop is sad, but here's Sabotender. 1, 2, crack this. 2, Forest tapped. Card a card, Rampant Growth, draw 2. Next turn. We're not doing any big motion. Shared Roots is already in. What would help this deck pop off harder? Maybe Goblin Bombardment. Just turn lands into damage and mana. Okay, so draw, tap land. Next turn, stomping around Arcane Signet. Next turn, basic mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Toph. Toph. Blah, 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 blah. 1, 2, 3. Trident Legion Grove. Land. Pillar Engine. So at this point, we've Earthbended 2. Pass, green, Crop Rot, away mountain. Get, Calicut. One, two, three. 5 other mountains. I do control 5 other mountains. Deals 3 damage any turn. Next turn. Another mountain enters. Shoots something. 1, 2, 3. Meltstrider. Dink. Panic. Dink. Like, we just need 1 sack outlet and we're off to the races here, and we just never find it. What was dead this game? I guess we'd Tanic, draw an extra card, but that wouldn't save us. Really don't like those. Pinnacle Monk. Vesuva. Vesuva can copy Valakut, which is really broken. Playtest card. Okay, we're close here. Oops. One, 2, 3. Get the horizon out here. That's whenever you attack a player. Attack this turn. 1, 2, 4. Off. Guard fecundity. Get back to mandate. Next turn. Okay. Green, green, 1. Nature's Rhythm. Get Sylvan Safekeeper. Earthbend. One of our tapped lands. Sack the mountain, targeting itself with the Sylvan Safekeeper. Or I don't think you can, right? You have to pay the cost first. Either way, put it on the Horizon Explorer. This mountain comes back untapped. 1, 2. Arcane Signet. Earthbend this land. Sack it, give the Sylvan Safekeeper Shroud. Enters untapped again. 1, 2. Crack the Lander. Get a forest. Hold up Origin of Metal Bending. Protect something, right? That gains indestructible. Think Earthbend a forest. Next turn. Now all of our lands are tapped for 2 whenever we cast a spell. So we get 1 mana back. It's like Toff's kind of like a mana reduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Escape to the Wilds. Earthbend this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Gutter Snipe. We can play additional land. 1, 2. Three. Spelunking. Draw, put a land into play. Also Earthbend 1. Sack it. One, 2, 3. Gutter Snipe. I don't believe in Gutter Snipe. Like, even Tunneling Geopede would be better. Whenever a land enters, does 1 damage to each opponent. Like, it's worse than Tanic, but it's better than the other one, I like to think. Instead of Scoot Swarm, I kind of also want to run Springheart instead. Because Springheart can get really funny with, like, Sakura Tribe Elders and stuff. And Badger Mole Cubs. You can, like, copy these things, and then you make, like, 1,000,000,000 mana every single time. Rose Quarter. I think ooh, what if you run, like, what's the one that, like, taps add 2 green? Not the depletion counterland. Battleground. Green. Green. Like, it's a soul land for double green. Yeah, Havenwood Battleground. Tap, sack this land, add double green. So if you Earthbend this, right? You could, like, it sacks itself. Play this tapped, enters untapped instead because Aim Amulet. Tap, Earthbend, you cast a spell, Earthbend 1 onto it, and then you tap and sack it, add double green, it comes back untapped. There's a red one too. It's a whole cycle. Oh, enters tapped. ID equals red, type land. Oh, red, red. I think we're getting too cute if we're recommending something like Mirror Style Master. Dwarven Ruins. Okay, this hand's insane. Draw. Forest. Next turn. Mountain. Badgermole Cub. Earthbend. Next turn. 1, 2. Lotus Cobra. Forest. Add a red. 1, 2, 3. Delicate Exploration. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. No way we can get away with doing that. So let's do 1 red. Gamble. Get Havenwood Battleground. Close and shuffle. Discard a card randomly. Okay, great. Enters tap, but we make a red. Green, green, green. Toph. Get back Gamble by discarding. Let's discard Cleansing Wildfire. Or no, Blessed Respite. Okay, great. Also, we exile the top card of our library, and then it goes into our graveyard. We deal 1 damage to every opponent. Okay. Amulet of Vigor. Okay, wait. Chat, watch this. Amulet of Vigor. Earthbend 1. Havenwood Battleground. Tap. Add 3 green mana. This enters untapped. 1 mana. Soul Ring. Actually, maybe not yet. Not yet. But we have 3 mana floating. Red. Gamble. Earthbend, the Havenwood Battleground. Gamble will find Tannock. We should have exiled 2 cards. I'll do that after I close and shuffle. 1, 2. Great. Discard a card randomly. Okay, Soul Ring's gone. Force this land for turn. That exiles another card. Fabled Passage. I wish I had an extra land drop. That's fine. We should have been adding mana off Lotus Cobra. We can Cleansing Wildfire and Tannock and then explode. We draw another card off Tannock. Like, I don't know. This is doing something. We exile like another 2 cards here. Goblin Bombardment. Oh my god. That is pretty crazy. Okay, so maybe instead of a demand answers, we do a tireless tracker to help keep card flow going. Probably not Commune with Lava. There's interesting loops happening here. I think the main issue is card flow. What about Territorial Bruntar? Landfall, you exile until you hit a non-land? Maybe. Dwarven Ruins tap, next turn. Valakut tap, next turn. Valakut Exploration. Next turn. Miss our land drop and cry. That's really bad, missing our land drop. Oh my god, we lose. We lose so hard. That's such a bummer. Because that hand was actually kind of okay. Okay, draw. Dink. Next turn. Shockin, Stomping Ground. 1, 2. Aftermath Analyst, mill 3. 1, 2, 3. Milled no lands. Beautiful. Love to see it. 1, 2, 3. Tireless Provisioner. Next turn. Forest. Add token. Treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cough. Get back Redirect Lightning by discarding Goblin Bombardment, I guess. Next turn. There's Bruntar. Another treasure token, but sack it right away. Let's just play Bruntar. Okay. So. We Earthbended 1. Green. Crop rotation. No. 1, 2, 3, Horizon Explorer. Lands enter untapped. Crop rotation. Exile until we hit a non-land. Shared Roots. Now we may search our library for a land card. Vesuva. Vesuva copies. Valakut. We only have 2 other mountains so far. That's fine. That's a treasure token as well. 1, 2, 3. Nature's Rhythm. Earthbend, Stomping Ground. Nature's Rhythm goes and grabs Sylvan Safekeeper. Sylvan Safekeeper enters. Vesuva's untapped. You're right. Sylvan Safekeeper enters. We sack the Earthbent land. It comes back. We pay 2 life. We add a treasure token. We exile until we hit a non-land. Valakut Exploration. Perfect. Okay. We cast Valakut Exploration. This is now in play. We Earthbend 1. We sack it to give something Shroud. So currently these 2 have Shroud. Welcome back, Forest. That's a treasure token. That is a exile off the top of our library. That is an exile until we hit a non-land card. And then we're gonna go 1/2, 1/2. Shared Roots. Animate this forest. Get Mountain. And then we can sack the forest. I already did 2 treasures because it's 2 landfalls. And this is another sack. So we exile. Then we exile until we hit non-land. Okay, Strider Eulogist does let us do some silly stuff here. Like, we're not already doing silly stuff, by the way. We're almost to the point where I want to sack all my lands, but I want 1 more mountain before I do that. 1, 2, 3. Strider Eulogist. Get back mountain here. Sack it to Sylvan Safekeeper. So now the Eulogist has Shroud. That's a creature with a +1/+1 countering on it, dying. But we get the land back first. No, because we death trigger first. Then exile off Valakut Exploration. Then exile until non-land. Green Sun Zenith. Treasure token. Oh, we're so close to greatness, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green Sun Zenith. Get Stride of the Elysian Grove. Now everything's mountains. That animates this forest. Sack this forest. Untaps. Gets a treasure. This has Shroud. We get to play an extra land drop. Play the forest. That's another treasure. Sack all of our lands except for Vesuva and Valakut. No, we can sack Valakut. We just can't sack Vesuva. So we sack all these lands after tapping for green. After tapping for 4, actually. We have perfectly enough. Splendid Reclamation. We bring back everything. This triggers Valakut ×2 7 times. So we get 24 Valakut triggers. We also get, these are all untapped. So we get 24, no, we get 14 Valakut triggers, my bad. 14 Valakut triggers, 14 Valakut Exploration triggers, or 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we get 7 Territorial Bruntar triggers. We go until we hit a non-land. Zurin Orb, non-land Scape Shift. So we win this turn, guaranteed, because of the Scape Shift. There you go, Gruul Storm, turn 6 win. We're done. We're done. No more looking at this deck. I'm through. I don't know if you heard the fucking smoke coming out of my ears. No, it was cool. This deck's awesome. I like that like storm line that you get to do. Okay, apparently I forgot to add the Sand Scout to Mantheon's deck. Once again, I'm very out of it today. I do not know what's wrong with me. But Sand Scout in over probably Tatar. No, Tatar is very good. Mirror Entity. Although Mirror Entity does work really well with Firelord Zuko. I didn't think about the fire bending when I cut that. It just prosper. Ah, but you're not casting that much from exile anymore. Okay, great. Okay, I think we're through. We're done with deck. YouTube, that does it for us. Check the description if you want to get your deck reviewed on stream for next week. Thank you all for watching.